Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something really exciting to talk about, the brand new Genshin Impact update, version 6.1, also known as the Luna 2 patch. This one is shaping up to be one of the most creative and surprising updates we've seen in a long time. And trust me, if you thought 6.0 was big with all the Luna storylines and that dreamy Nod-Krai region, this one takes things to another level entirely. There's a mix of new content, a huge new mode that's going to change the way people play and create inside Genshin, some returning fan favorite characters, and of course, a brand new 5-star that's already got the community talking. So yeah, let's get into it and unpack everything that's coming, what you can expect when it drops, and why this update is such a big deal. All right, so first off, let's talk about timing, because I know that's always one of the biggest questions everyone has. The update is scheduled to drop on October 22nd, which means maintenance is starting at around 6 a.m. server time. Or if you're in India like me, that's 3:30 in the morning, and it'll run for about 7 hours. So if everything goes smoothly, you should be able to jump in around 10:30 a.m. IST. Usually, Hoyover sticks pretty strictly to their maintenance window. And as always, we'll be getting those sweet Primogem compensations. So make sure you collect those as soon as the servers come back online. Now, version 6.1 is officially titled Luna 2, which makes sense because it continues the storyline we started in the previous version, expanding more on that mysterious lunar system and the world of Nod-Krai that was introduced before. But the real star of this update isn't just the story. It's a massive new feature that's basically changing the game. This new system is called Miliastra Wonderland, and it's not an event, not a limited mode, but a permanent addition to the game. Think of it as Genshin's own world building and creativity platform. The best way I can describe it is like a creator playground where you can build, experiment, and design your own stages, challenges, and even party games. You'll be able to use the in-game mechanics, place enemies, adjust terrain, and set up puzzles or parkours however you like. It's pretty much giving players the power to build their own mini-games inside Genshin itself. The developers mention it's not just for fun, but also for creativity, collaboration, and long-term replayability. And I think this is a huge move because it's basically Genshin evolving into something that's more than just an open-world RPG. It's starting to give off those sandbox vibes we've seen in other games like Roblox or Fortnite's creative mode, but with Genshin's unique art, combat, and world building. Now, what's really interesting is that they're introducing a whole new customizable avatar system within Miliastra Wonderland. It's called the Mannequin, and it's like a blank slate version of a character you can customize with outfits and accessories. You won't be using your regular traveler or your other characters inside these user-created worlds. This avatar is designed specifically for this mode. It's a cool way to keep things balanced while letting everyone express themselves differently. So, for example, you could design a combat challenge using helichurls and ruin guards, or create a social hangout area where players can explore your custom world. From what they've shown in previews, the tools look super user-friendly, like drag and drop, easy rotation, environment settings, and the sharing system will allow players to publish their creations so others can play them. It's kind of like having your own creative domain within Teyvat. And Hoyoverse said this is just the first phase of the system. They plan to expand it with more templates, logic controls, and even economy-based features in future updates. All right, let's move on to the characters, because that's always one of the biggest reasons people get hyped for new versions. In 6.1, the new face of the update is Nefer, a 5-star Dendro Catalyst user. She's this graceful and mysterious scholar from the Luna territories who seems to have a strong connection to the lunar energy we saw in the 6.0 story. Her design looks absolutely stunning, sort of ethereal but elegant, with motifs that mix moonlight and flora. What's interesting about her is that her abilities seem to focus on manipulating Dendro-based reactions in a more controlled and precise way, kind of like how Nahida can amplify and spread reactions, but Nefer adds more technical depth. Early impressions from the previews suggest she's going to be great for Bloom or Hyper Bloom teams and might even open up some new synergy paths with characters like Furina or Alhaitham. And yes, Furina is back. She's getting a rerun right alongside Nefer in the first phase of Banners. So for those who missed Fontaine's Hydro Archon last time, this might be your best shot. Then in the second phase, we're getting two heavy hitters returning, Arlecchino and Zhongli. Both are absolute fan favorites, and honestly, that's a pretty wild combo to end a patch on. Arlecchino, as you know, has been one of the most impactful characters for Pyro teams since her release, and Zhongli is always that solid pick no matter what team you run, especially for players who just want that comfortable shield and resonance. It's a really strong lineup overall. It's smart because it gives something for everyone. New character chasers get Nefer, reaction enthusiasts get Furina, and veterans who missed out on the Archon of Contracts or the Fatui boss can finally pull them again. Now, story-wise, this version continues the Luna saga that started with the last update. The Archon quest will pick up right where we left off, digging deeper into the celestial themes and that mysterious energy source that's been radiating from Nod-Krai. The teaser from the livestream hinted at a new act focusing on the Song of the Welkin Moon, and it sounds like it's going to explore some serious lore connections between Teyvat and the outer lunar system that's been teased for ages. There's also going to be a new set of world quests and side stories featuring Luna's locals, so expect some fresh exploration and lore breadcrumbs if you're the type who likes to read every note and talk to every NPC. Now, I want to talk about events because, as usual, Hoyoverse is rolling out a bunch of them alongside the main story. They didn't spoil all of them in the preview, but the main event tied to Miliastra Wonderland is basically going to act as the introduction tutorial for the system. You'll go through quests that teach you how to build and share your first stage, and completing them will earn you Primogems, materials, and possibly a free 4-star weapon designed for the new mode. There's also a combat-based event returning called Echoes of the Luna, which is more of a challenge arena using the lunar mechanics. Think of it like Spiral Abyss, but with a twist, using some of the environmental modifiers we saw in Nod-Krai. And of course, we'll probably get some smaller recurring events like minigames, cooking challenges, and domain reruns, since they like to fill the patch schedule with those. Now, about the patch timing and what you can do before it hits, maintenance starts super early, around 3:30 a.m. IST, and it's supposed to last about 7 hours. So it's best to finish up your resin usage the night before and pre-farm anything you need. If you're planning to go for Nefer, it's smart to start stacking your Dendro Ascension materials now, since we already know she'll need items from the Luna region and probably some new drops from 6.1's world bosses. From what leaks and previews suggest, a new boss called the Astral Devourer is coming, which drops a unique Dendro-infused core used for Nefer's Ascension. You'll find it in one of the new zones that open up as part of the 6.1 storyline. As always, check the Adventurer's Handbook after the update to unlock its location. And speaking of preparation, a quick tip. Since we know Furina and Arlecchino are coming back, it's a good time to start saving your Primogems if you're not going for Nefer right away. Genshin banners usually run for about 3 weeks each, so the second phase will likely start around mid-November. That gives you enough time to test Nefer in the trial run, see if she fits your team, and then decide whether to pull or skip. Personally, I think she's going to be worth it, especially for Dendro-focused players who like more technical rotations and team setups. Another thing worth mentioning is that Hoyoverse has been teasing improvements to co-op and the overall social experience. And it looks like Miliastra Wonderland is a big part of that. You'll be able to join friends inside their custom worlds, play minigames together, and even co-build in certain modes. It's something players have wanted for ages. More reason to actually play with friends beyond domains and boss runs. And this could be the start of Genshin's next major direction, giving players tools to create their own content, so the game continues to evolve between big story chapters. Imagine logging in and trying out worlds made by other players, each with unique ideas, puzzles, and combat systems. It could easily become one of the most replayable systems the game has ever had. Of course, all of this comes alongside the usual wave of new weapons, artifacts, and quality of life tweaks. Nefer's signature weapon is a catalyst called Moonveil Reflection, and it's designed to boost Dendro damage and elemental mastery, making her bloom teams even stronger. There's also a new artifact set rumored to focus on amplifying reaction precision and burst rotation timing, which should work well, not just for Nefer, but also for characters like Alhaitham or Nahida. The QOL improvements are smaller but handy. Better friend list sorting, smoother UI transitions, and faster loading times in the Serenitea pot and map menus. Now, if we look at the bigger picture, this update really shows how Genshin Impact continues to evolve year after year. 6 versions into the Luna cycle, and the game is still introducing fresh systems that expand what players can do. It's not just new regions or new quests, it's the idea that you, the player, can start shaping your own content within this world. That's something no one really expected when Genshin launched back in 2020. The way Miliastra Wonderland bridges creativity with Genshin's art and mechanics could open up years of community-driven fun. I can already see people making crazy parkours through Mondstadt-style skies or recreating boss fights with their own twists. So to wrap it up, version 6.1 is looking stacked. You've got the continuation of the Luna story, the launch of a massive creative mode, a new Dendro 5-star and Nefer reruns for some of the strongest characters in the game, fresh events, new gear, and a lot of reasons to log back in every day. Whether you're someone who's here for the lore, the exploration, the character builds, or just to hang out with friends, there's something in this update that's going to keep you hooked. I'll be making more videos breaking down Nefer's kit, testing out Miliastra Wonderland, and reviewing the best team comps for the rerun banners once everything's live, so definitely stick around for those. Anyway, that's pretty much everything you need to know before the update drops. Remember, servers go down early morning on October 22nd around 3:30 a.m. IST and should be back up by about 10:30. So plan your resin and your pulls, claim your Primogem compensations, and get ready to explore what might just be one of Genshin's most innovative updates yet. Thanks for watching, and as always, let me know in the comments which banner you're planning to pull on first, or what kind of world you'd create once Miliastra Wonderland goes live. I'll see you all in the next one.